It's a snow day at our house. The kids don't have school and life is a little bit crazy. And it's days like this where you need to know that getting a little bit more protein into your diet doesn't have to be difficult or complicated. And so in today's video, I want to show you 3 easy protein hacks that could literally change your life. For our first hack, we're going to make 2-ingredient protein bars. It doesn't get easier than this. Now, you will need these edamame protein puffs. I got them on Amazon. It's a huge bag and it lasts you a long time. For just 1/3 cup, it's only 100 calories and 20 grams of protein. The ingredients are just edamame, protein isolate, so just soy and then rice starch. That's it. And then you can use any chocolate of your choice. We'll first melt the chocolate. So we'll take 1 cup of your chocolate and melt it in the microwave. So we'll cook it for just 1 minute. Kids are home from school, their fingerprints are everywhere, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Okay, it has been 1 minute, and so we'll just mix that up and then put it back in for another 30 seconds. Something smells like it's burning in my microwave. Garlic or something? Okay, let's put it in for another 30 seconds. And we'll mix that in. Now, this may be enough, that may be all you needed, but if not, put it in for another 30 seconds. It looks like I need another 30 seconds now. Perfect, all right. Now it's nice and melted, and I don't add anything else. I just keep the chocolate as is. If you wanted to add a little bit of coconut oil, you could do that, or some peanut butter to add in more flavor. That works too. Nice and creamy. Now we take our edamame protein puffs, and just so you know, they look like Rice Krispies. They're crunchier than Rice Krispies. They maintain their crunch really easily, but they have 0 flavor, just like Rice Krispies have 0 flavor. But a cup of these bad boys is 300 calories and 60 grams of protein. So it's equal parts chocolate to protein. So we just add in 1 cup of the edamame protein puffs, and we'll mix it in. Now this is the base recipe, is the 1-to-1. But if you want a little bit more protein and a little bit less chocolate in each bite, you can add a little bit more. So I'm gonna add just a little bit more, probably about 1/3 cup more. See if we can squeeze in a little bit more protein. And if you wanna go even extra, you could do another 1/3 cup. We're gonna end it there. That should be plenty. Enough chocolate that everything is covered. Again, this is kind of up to you, whatever mix of chocolate to these protein puffs you want. Remember, they have no flavor, so you need the chocolate to make this actually taste pretty good. See, I bet I could squeeze in another. Let's do it, another 1/3. So this was in total 2 cups of protein puffs to 1 cup of chocolate. We'll make it go farther and it still should taste pretty good. Remember, the base recipe is 1-to-1, and then you can kind of switch it up depending on your preference. I like this 2-to-1. Okay, now let's put them in our mold and put it in the freezer to harden up. We're not using anything fancy. These are just the silicone muffin tins to make it a lot easier. So we'll just take a big spoonful in each one, kind of push them down. Now here's why I love these homemade protein bars. A, they're 2 ingredients. B, I'll be honest, I'm a chocolate lover. I like a little bit of chocolate, but it would be nice if I could have a little bit of chocolate with a little bit of protein, and then I add some fruit to go with it. So like, this is perfect to eat with strawberries or even an apple. It's a great grab and go. Just be careful because you might have some chocolate on your face. They do get a little messy when they start to melt. Then you'll just shape them so there's no big bubbles. Perfect. These look awesome. Let's put them in the freezer. I'll include the Amazon link for these protein puffs below, but know that they're not only great for these little quick and easy 5-minute protein bars, but you can also eat this as cereal. Remember, it is tasteless, and so I usually add some soy milk with a little bit of protein powder, some veggies like frozen rice cauliflower, frozen blueberries, and it actually makes for a delicious cereal. Okay, so you have the apples. Okay, now let's get out the chocolate.
Chocolate! The apple dip.
Well, no, you don't have to dip them, you just eat these with an apple. Eat these with fruit. Okay.
What are those little pebble things?
They're like Rice Krispies.
Ooh.
So here's what these little protein bars, protein cups end up looking like. Pretty amazing.
Yeah. Ooh, ha.
Yeah, they're hard to bite into, so just be careful. Because they're still kind of frozen.
And that's our cousin.
That's our cousin, huh?
Do I like them? Yeah.
You like it?
Send it to my mom.
Send it to your mom. It'll keep you full. It's chocolate that will keep you full. See what I mean? When you eat these, just because of the shape, you end up getting chocolate on your face. Don't be like me and go to the store without looking at your face after you eat one of these, because that's happened before. You like them?
Yeah. Yeah.
For hack number 2, we're going to cook tofu in the quickest way possible by using our waffle maker. I learned this hack from Faithful Plateful, who has over 4 million views when she shared this hack on her Instagram page. Let me show you how quick and easy it is to cook tofu in your waffle maker. Now you want to make sure to use super firm tofu because you don't need to press it. I have actually not tried this hack with regular tofu. If you try it, let me know how it goes, if it was as easy or not. But we're going to open up our package of tofu and then cut it into 4 sections. I can open it up. Why are these so hard to open up? Okay, so I just want to slice it into 4s. Now Faith just takes the tofu straight from slicing it to putting it on the waffle maker. And it's nice, it fits perfectly into your 4 little sections. Then you close it up. And then here's the trick. You'll take like a heavy pan and put it on top so it really smashes everything down. This is surprisingly so much faster than air frying tofu. While that cooks, I'm gonna show you another version that you can make. So this first version had no flavor to it, and I wanna show you how you can marinate it in soy sauce to give it a little bit more flavor before you put it in your waffle maker. The benefit of cooking it without flavor is there's no cleanup required. When you marinate it, you may need to clean out your waffle maker afterwards. So there's plus and negatives to each version. So let's go ahead and marinate this in some soy sauce. Just gonna use a regular plate and we'll take our 4 things of tofu and splash tamari. That's all I actually have on hand is tamari. Gluten-free soy sauce. And I just kind of make sure that every little bit is covered, and then I'll turn it around. Then I flip it the other way. I mean, this is nothing fancy here. I just want to make sure that each piece of tofu is covered in that tamari. I like this version for sandwiches. I think it's really good. So it's already pre-flavored, so it's kind of acts like the meat on a sandwich. So we're gonna let this sit while the other tofu finishes up. Okay, let's check it out. Look at all that condensation. Ooh. One stuck to the top. Look at that, it looks great though. Now we gotta get the one that's stuck to the top. I think if I added more oil, it would be a little bit more crispy and probably would not have stuck to the top. I just had whatever leftover oil was on here from when my kids made pancakes this morning. Yeah, it looks great. Woo. So the benefit of this, no cleanup. This was great. But it's pretty plain tofu, so I'm gonna dip this in a sauce to make it good. Otherwise, let's try our marinated tofu and cook that one. What I love about this is sometimes I'm like, oh, I just want a quick lunch. I don't wanna have to like cook anything in my air fryer or my oven or even on the stove, and this kind of solves that for it. Now you really do need something heavy on top. Oh, but before I do that, you know what? Optional, but why let this tamari go to waste? And this will definitely mean I will have to clean the waffle maker, but it's okay. So now let's cook this version, and then I'll show you how I eat this version. Hey, real quick, have you grabbed my fridge and pantry guide? It is a free guide that gives you everything that you need to buy and make sure that you have on stock so that you can make about 90% of whole food plant-based recipes. If you haven't already grabbed it, make sure to click on the link below and I will send it straight to your inbox. Okay, we're gonna cut this up into little squares. Faith mentioned how she loved that this makes it like the perfect finger food for her kids. And I agree, especially if you have little kids. And there is some yummy like crispiness to it. Now we're gonna try dipping it in different sauces. So I love this Japanese barbecue sauce. So let's put some of that in a little bowl. I love a good mambo sauce. The mambo sauce is so yummy. Put some of that in a bowl. And Korean hot sauce. Okay, let's try it out. Let's try my favorite, the Japanese barbecue sauce. Just want to dip it real good so you got all the flavor, because otherwise it's pretty flavorless. It's good, that was good. Now let's try the mambo sauce. That one's good. It's sweet, I like that one. And the Korean hot sauce. I'm just gonna go light on this one. It's not my favorite. Ugh, I don't like that one. All right, so this makes for just an easy, add the flavor that you want to it afterwards. You can even let it soak afterwards if you didn't want to clean your waffle maker, kind of marinate it after the fact. Inside I have my kids try. I'm surprised, but my favorite's actually the mambo sauce. It's just so good. I'm gonna do this all day. All right, let's check on the soy sauce version. Okay, this one you know it's done. You can start to smell that it's done because of the sauce. Woo, there we go. Look at that, it looks delicious. And this one is, because it's already flavored, it's perfect just to add right away to a sandwich. My kids will eat it in a sandwich. They love this version. What I don't love is having to clean my waffle maker afterwards. That's okay, that's okay. I can do that after I eat, and then everything's easier after food's in my belly. So I'm just gonna take some panini bread, but any bread works. I cut it one slice in half. For the sauce on my sandwich, we're gonna use some itchin sauce because we don't use bad words at our house. It just makes it quick and easy and delicious. Of course, you can just do hummus instead. Hummus is a fantastic option. You wanna go a little bit more whole food plant-based. Vegan mayo also works too. Okay, so now let's take our tofu, add it to our sandwich. I'm gonna just cut up a little bit of a tomato and add some spinach, and you got yourself a quick and easy tofu sandwich. Seriously, it does not get faster and more delicious than this. This is so good. So easy to put together. And the best part is I have 3 more left for the next 3 days. Definitely try this one out. Let me know what you think. And let me know which method you prefer. You can even add mambo sauce on top of it. What? This stuff is so good. I live in DC, and I'm assuming that you can get this outside of DC. Like, I don't know if the capital city, but it's delicious. So for the kids, instead of the hot sauce, I decided to use soy sauce. That would make more sense, right? What do you think? You like it? It's a good idea, huh?
I'm gonna try to make a waffle out of this.
You can dip it in each of them.
Ta-da! A waffle. Now let me take one of these out, eat it with this sauce. I don't like that sauce. Is it the spicy kind?
What do you like?
This one.
Soy sauce?
I like this one.
The kids like soy sauce the best.
This is sweet.
Are we surprised? Oh,
Is this sweet?
Yeah, there's one that's a little sweet.
And that's with salt.
Which one do you like the best?
The
Soy sauce?
sweet one.
You like the Japanese barbecue sauce?
Soy boy.
Soy boy, where did you learn that? I was gonna save these for later, but the kids want to eat them now. Is it good? Yeah? For hack number 3, we're going to make a high protein pasta without anyone even knowing it's high protein. And yes, my kids will be playing in the background because they're all home from school. This is actually my tofu Alfredo recipe that we're gonna use beans instead of tofu and add some greens so it just looks different than the typical recipe. You'll boil 2 packages of your favorite type of high protein pasta. I love these, they're super high in protein and you would never know. It's just chickpea protein. For this recipe, you can use a package of tofu or a can of white beans, your choice of white beans. I'm gonna use chickpeas. All right, I just rinse them, nothing crazy. Next is 2 cloves of garlic. Next is 2 teaspoons of veggie bouillon paste, and I am always very generous with my teaspoons. Here's one of the hacks of this high protein pasta. Instead of cashews, we're using pumpkin seeds. So this is 1 tablespoon and 2 tablespoons. Pumpkin seeds are pretty decently high in protein, so it's a great swap here. And then instead of 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast, we're gonna add 4, or 1/4 a cup of nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast is like a savory protein powder, so it's another easy way to add more protein powder, or add more protein to your dish. So 4 of these tablespoons instead of just 1. This will give it more of a cheesy flavor. All right, and then I'm adding 1 cup of water from the pasta, just the pasta water, so it's nice and warm. 1 cup here. You could also do 1 cup of plant-based milk. And then it's a 1/2 teaspoon of oregano. I'm just gonna eyeball it. And a 1/2 teaspoon of rosemary, and a 1/2 teaspoon of thyme. And 1 teaspoon of salt. 1 teaspoon salt. I'm just gonna use my fingers to measure. What I'm gonna do that's different is I'm also gonna add in some greens. My kids really like the green sauce, which is pretty much the white sauce with some greens in it and a little bit more nutritional yeast. So it's just a little more cheesy. It's kind of like a pesto, my version of a pesto. So as you see, we're using seeds instead of cashews. We're using more nutritional yeast, and we're adding in some kale. But whatever greens you have on hand, sometimes I'll do spinach, so whatever I have on hand. All right, let's turn this into a delicious sauce. And sometimes I'll add in a little bit more water if I need to. Look at that, it's so beautiful. Yum, we got our really yummy green sauce. And then I wanna show you one more trick for the pasta. To make the pasta go farther, again, this is totally optional, but I'm gonna use a cup of this textured vegetable protein. And I wanna rehydrate it before I rinse out that pasta. So 1 cup, it's gonna make everything go farther. Ton of protein, so easy. A really easy hack is honestly just to add a cup of textured vegetable protein to pretty much any soup you're making. It just adds a lot more protein and it kind of gets mixed in with the sauce so you don't really notice it. So we'll give it a little bit of time to hydrate, then we'll rinse our water. Okay, and now we're just gonna rinse this all out. With this storm lately, my sweet sister-in-law got stuck on an airplane, wasn't able to make it home, so I have her kids and my kids, and this is real life, dishes and all. So this looks gross, right? Like, it's gross. But when you add the sauce in, it kind of hides the TVP. At least that's the goal. That's the goal. My kids eat pretty much anything. I'm so grateful. So now let's throw in our green sauce. Looks like it's bean-based pasta with a bean-based sauce. We have beans on beans on beans, and no one even knows it. Got a spatula to get all the goodness out. All right, and then we'll mix it up. When my babies were little, we called this Incredible Hulk pasta because it was green. And then you can add nutritional yeast on top, or even some like vegan parm, or just eat it as is. High protein, green pasta. My kids love this as is. I like to add tomatoes on top of mine, or if I don't have tomatoes, like some peppers. There's just something about like adding a fresh veggie to it that makes it so much better. And some dairy-free Parmesan. It looks so good. You ready for dinner?
Yeah, but can you do this?
You like it?
Yep.
This is such a great base. The tofu Alfredo is so awesome. You can mix it up. Whenever I add the greens, I like to add more of the nutritional yeast to just like give you extra flavor. And it's like a yummy pesto. This is one of my kids' favorite meals, and it's a great way so that we're not always having like the white sauce. We can have green sauce or white sauce or red sauce. Pasta. You would literally never know there's TVP in here. You can't even see the TVP. Isn't that crazy? You don't really taste it, you don't see it. The sauce hides it. It's awesome. And it's gone. They ate it all up. Now time for dishes. Ugh. If you like this video, I know you'll absolutely love my other video where I show you 3 high protein vegan meals that you can make in just 10 minutes or less. So check that video out next.